All right, welcome back. Now let's talk about our exchange rate. We have $1 exchanging for 1,447 naira. 447 naira. That's it, no cover. And we have €1 exchanging for 1,674 naira. 50 cover. £1 exchanging for 1,914 naira. 93 cover. $1 exchanging for 1,013 naira. 63 cover. And one Chinese yuan exchanging for 204 naira, 37 cover.
And moving on to news happening on the business desk, we have federal government plans CGT reduction to 25% in 2026. Taiwo Yedele, chairman of Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms in Nigeria, has said that the capital gain tax CGT will be reviewed from 30% to at least 25% come 2026. He said it's planned to reduce that to 25%, which means eventually it will be taxed at 25% for the exit. And this rule applies to everyone, so there is no distinction between foreign investor or your local investor, Oyedele said at an event themed Tax Matters Unplugged. Under the Nigeria Tax Act of 2025, capital gain tax CGT has been raised to 30% from 10% effective January 1st, 2026. Capital gain tax is tax charged on profit realized from the disposal or sale of shares or other equity instruments. Under the new regime, CGT ensures that investors will profit from rising share prices, contribute to public revenue.
All right, and we have Nigeria unveils a 50 billion naira seed fund, launches major reforms to boost agricultural productivity. Nigeria and West Day unveiled a sweeping package of agricultural reforms, including a 50 billion naira presidential catalytic seed fund, the launch of the Seeds for Renewed Hope program, and the rollout of a new national seed system strategy marked as a turning point for the country's food security and agribusiness landscape. This announcement was made at the 8th edition of the Seed Connect Africa Conference and Exhibition in Abuja, an event that marked the 50th anniversary of Nigeria's organized seed industry. Presenting address, Vice President Kashim Shettima, presented by Kingsley Uzoma, the VP Senior Special Advisor on Food Security, declared the conference open and described the seed sector as the first technology required to drive agricultural transformation.
And now moving on to the international business desk, we have U.S. Senator Jim Justice agrees to pay over 5 million naira in long overdue taxes. Senator Jim Justice, a Republican and former governor of West Virginia, has agreed to pay over $5 million in long overdue taxes just hours after being sued by U.S. tax authorities. The first-time senator and his wife reached a settlement following the lawsuit accusing the couple of having neglected or refused to make full payment on taxes from 2009. Justice, who led the state from 2017 until he took over as senator in 2025, entered politics after decades running his family's coal empire, which controlled dozens of mines across every state. At a media briefing in October, Justice called the tax assessment against him, which was levied in 2015, politically motivated.
And lastly, we have UK Reeves defends budget tax rises. Chancellor Rachel Reeves says energy bills will fall by £150 a year on average as she vows a direct action to tackle cost of living. But after delivering a tax rising budget, she acknowledges she's asking ordinary people to pay a little bit more. Many will pay higher rates of tax as their pay increases as Reeves freezes income tax threshold until 2031. There are also new taxes on homes worth more than £2 million in England, a pay-per-meal charge for electricity vehicles, tax and pension contributions above £2,000, and charges to its rules. Kenny Badenoch called the budget a smorgasbord of misery. Well, and that'll be all on financial and business news on Morning Matter segment.